This is a jet.
Hey guys, Scott Blood here, reporting in for the Gravestone review, and as always with me is...
Samuel S. Kilgore.
Alright, so what movie are we reviewing now?
Although I stay away from remakes, we're doing the remake of Carrie right now.
And it's not the 2002 remake.
No, not that crappy one you see on Netflix.
No, we went new school and went with the 2013 release of Carrie, starring Chloe Moritz, Julianne Moore, and Judy Greer. Fits with an R rating. Definitely plenty of blood and psychological aspects.
Well, of course, it's fucking Carrie. Yes. It's the original story of mean girls and high school bullying, if there's ever been one.
And the ultimate revenge.
Yes.
It was directed by Kimberly Pierce, who I think did a splendid job in this movie.
Chicks scare me.
What to get into first? The acting was pretty much on par for this film, as is usually anything else that Julianne Moore touches.
Yeah. You know Julianne Moore, she's had a long career.
She has. She has stood the test of time in Hollywood. The blood and gore, there's not really a whole lot of gore as much as there's just some really funky blood splatter here and there.
But again, it's Carrie.
Right. The score on this one was good. The soundtrack was decent.
Yeah. I actually liked how they went over the top with a lot of some of the iconic scenes.
They really did. They were able to finally go back and do what they wanted to do with the previous films. Things that weren't done to the best of the ability at the time because it was simply just not possible.
Like the prom scene with the prom king queen scene. The original one was great. This one, they how would I
they just went over the top.
Yeah, they went over the top with it.
Computer graphics today are allowing a lot more.
Yeah.
The makeup and effects, the makeup effects were good. The standard makeups were great. I don't know really if it was a lack of makeup on Julianne Moore and Chloe Moritz to give them that homely look, or if they actually had to use makeup to give them more of that look. But it worked out. They definitely looked the part that they were playing. As already stated, the director did a great job in this film. The cinematography was pretty decent. There were a couple of decent little scares here or there.
A couple of them. I mean, again, it was Carrie. It's not much of a horror film as it is a film about an abusive home
and abusive students.
Yeah. It's nothing you don't see in every day other than blowing up a whole town.
Not really a whole lot going on with the nakedness. He's seen it. I haven't seen it.
There is nudity in this film. Of course, not from Chloe, of course.
No.
Carrie, because she's still a minor. But other characters, there's just a tiny bit.
Apparently, I need to watch closer. I don't know.
Yes, you do, sir.
Excuse me.
No excuse for you, dummy. No,
well, there's an excuse. I just can't go into it on film.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know
blame
later.
your mom.
It actually is her fault.
Ah, got it.
All right, so as we are prone to do, we like to give you little bits of trivia that we discover and find out about films. With this one, this is the first time that Carrie has been played by an actual teenager. Sissy Spacek was obviously not a teenager at the time. She was 26 when that one was filmed, and then Angela Bettis, who did the 2002 TV remake, was 28 when she played Carrie. So Chloe Moritz was only 15 at the time.
That's right, young Miss Hit Girl. For all you nerds out there.
Which, her being a minor on that level also limited her to 8-hour work days, because that's just how Hollywood rolls. So a lot of the scenes that were shot with Carrie not being in frame, where she was with her mother, played by Julianne Moore, Kimberly Pierce, the director, actually stepped in to sub, obviously off screen, so that Julianne Moore would have somebody to do back and forth with, or at least have somebody to focus on.
To focus on.
This is also the first time that a Carrie has used telekinetic powers, like using actual hand gestures and facial expression. Yes. So I think that really actually amped up.
Yeah, but see, what made the original one great is Sissy Spacek used her eyes.
Well, for her, it was more like she was in a trance, just kind of like fixated.
Her eyes did all the movement for her.
Yeah, whereas...
Which was kind of lacking in this, because, you know, Sissy Spacek had those brilliant blue eyes.
Where Chloe Moritz, I think, hers were sort of a hazel, weren't they?
Yeah, sort of, I think.
They did quite a few close-ups on her eyes. Of course, they were also messing with the pupil dilation.
Yeah.
So she had the crazy eyes. Don't get us wrong. She definitely
had the crazy eyes. They just weren't Sissy Spacek crazy.
Don't really get much crazier than Sissy Spacek's eyes in that movie.
Have you ever seen Coal Miner's Daughter? Wait, no. Okay.
Moving on. Tommy Lee Jones was more the crazy one in that one.
Moving on.
Let's see here. What else do we have? Okay, so obviously Chloe Moritz got the role as Carrie, but others that were in contention for the title were Bella Heathcote, who she was in such films as In Time. She was in The Dark Shadows with Johnny Depp. I've not really seen she's not really been in a whole hell of a lot to date yet.
No, a lot.
But no, she was one of the contenders for the role. Lily Collins, who has been in films such as Mirror Mirror with Julia Roberts.
Priest?
Yeah, she was in Priest. She was in The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones.
The Blind Side.
Yeah, she was in The Blind Side. And honestly, these 5 actresses are actresses I could not see playing this role.
Emily Browning.
It's cool they tried for it, but I just couldn't see them. Yeah, Emily Browning. She was a little girl in Ghost Ship. She was in The Uninvited, Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events, and she was a baby doll in Sucker Punch. Badass chick. While I think she definitely could have played the role, I just couldn't physically see her playing the role.
She is pretty creepy.
Yeah, but I don't know if they could actually pull off the homely look for her. Just her features. I don't know. Then Haley Bennett, who I have to admit I've never heard of her.
Never heard of this woman, but I'm sure we will. The Hole.
I haven't seen The Holes.
Just look at Netflix. The Hole's on there. The Haunting of Molly Hartley is on there.
What else was she in? Dear God. Marley and Me. I'm not really seeing many of her any of her films.
No, not really.
I mean,
but yes, those last 2 there are on Netflix.
She's certainly pretty, but I just haven't seen any of her films.
I think she'd be too pretty for the role of Carrie.
And then there's Shay or Shailene Woodley. I apologize if for some reason you see this and I mispronounce your name.
We don't give a fuck. Great. She played a lot of sappy girl films.
Let's see here. The Descendants.
So I've never seen any of these.
Wow. Secret Life of the American Teenager. She
was
in that.
Okay. My name is Earl. Oh, okay.
Young Gwen.
Now if
Carson Jordan, The OC. Replacing Dad.
Wow. What the fuck?
Anyways, yeah. So
those are the 5 young ladies.
It's kind of sad that Chloe Moritz, who is only 15, has already got better acting chops, in my opinion, than the rest of this list.
She's been in acting for
quite
some time.
Emily Browning. Emily Browning did.
Was a good
actress.
Yeah, she's been in films for quite some time as well. So what else can we say about this film?
Thank God for editing. Alright, people aren't really going to give a fuck about that one, I don't think.
No, I don't think they will. I think they might look for this, though.
Yeah. Okay, so we have been known to go into IMDb to find some of our trivia, if not most of it.
You didn't think we came up with this shit, did you?
We got to research somehow, and IMDb happens to be the easiest tool.
And that's his job.
Yeah. But Bryan Cranston, who was the on-set carpenter, Emma Tamblyn, who was the production assistant in the costume department, Jordan Samuel, the makeup department head, Peter Nikolakakos,
we're just going to say Nickel.
He was the set decorator, and Susan Riley Lahane, who was the makeup artist for Julianne Moore, are all appear on the prom ballots in the film.
Their names appear on the ballots.
Yeah,
if you're one of those people that like looking little stuff they threw in like that, that's something for y'all to look for.
The gas station explosion, that was actually shot standard, the way they would normally do it, and they later placed Chloe Moretz into the shots. So that was kind of cool. But, alright, we've spent enough time on other people's little bits of
trivia
of what movies they've been in.
Yeah. Let's talk about Chloe.
Yeah, because she really was the center of attention for this film. And she really did a great job.
Yeah.
As well, you know, she's an up-and-coming beauty, so they definitely had to do some work to get her appearance dumped down. She was born in 97, so she's, you know, relatively young.
She got a birthday coming up, February 10th.
Oh, right on. Well, happy birthday ahead of time. What has she been in?
Well, we know Kick-Ass, of course.
Let's drop down to her very first appearance, which was in 2004. She was in, looks like 2 episodes of The Guardian.
She was in Amityville Horror, the remake.
Oh, the little girl.
Yes.
Right on.
My Name is Earl. Wow, they did a lot of mine.
Big Mama's House, too.
Big
She
Mama's
played
House.
Carrie.
Bah, 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 bah.
Let's see here. Wicked Little Thing, she was in that. So she's already had a little bout in horror right there.
Yeah.
The Eye.
Dirty Sex Money. What the?
Oh, Dirty Sexy Money. She was in several episodes of that. Bolt.
She did a lot. I'm seeing a lot of.
And then she goes on to do Tigger and Pooh. What the?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of. Yeah, there's Kick-Ass.
Okay, so she did Kick-Ass in 2010. She was 13 when she did that role. She looked a lot younger.
Yes, she did. She was a tiny little thing.
Still is, really.
Take that, Dakota Fanning. No.
Wait. They had a Kick-Ass video game?
Right? What?
So, yeah, again, right now we're just filling up our time and yours with
of course she's in
trivia and so
Kick-Ass,
forth.
too. She was in American Dad.
As Honey in Stephen Snott's Test Tubular Adventure.
Really? I just watched that episode, too. It's the one where they make the clones that take the prom. That's funny.
The Equalizer, Dark Places, If I Stay, and Sils Maria are all coming out in 2014, and they all have her in them.
So, yeah, she's going to be a big name, people.
And she apparently has appeared... in the movie The Poker House in 2008, she performed Ain't No Mountain High Enough. So she has also got a soundtrack credit by the age of 11.
Not to be confused with Ain't No Crack Mound High Enough, the Tony Montana story.
Ain't no cocaine gets me high enough.
Shut up, yo!
Alright, anyways, guys.
Yeah, we're getting carried away.
Yeah,
my hat's all skewed, as you can see.
It's time for final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
My final thoughts on the film was greatly done. It was definitely done the way I wish it could have been done the first time.
You know, I came in thinking, great, it's a remake. I was going to hate this film, but no, it was better than I expected. I would have expected them to change a little more, but they kept it true to the original. Added some new stuff, updated a lot of the iconic scenes to make them more kick-ass, especially the Sue and Billy car scene was probably one of my favorite deaths in the whole movie.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. And it wasn't Sue, it was Chris.
Chris, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
You are bad.
Well, see, in the original, Sue had the dark hair, and Chris had the blonde, so yeah.
Anyways, guys, the Carrie remake, it gets a 3.5 out of 5 gravestones from us.
Still not bad. Good work.
Not bad at all. Great cast, great directing. It's definitely worth watching.
And before we go, we are trying to figure out what we are going to name our fans.
We'll be making a post about this as well
on our Facebook page. So those of you who like the Facebook page will see this.
Currently, there are 3 running titles.
3.
You've got your Fedorian Zombies.
Fedorian Zombies.
You got your Grave Robbers.
Grave Robbers.
And one that was actually brought up last night is to start calling you guys Necrophiliacs.
Necrophiliacs. So we want to hear from you guys. We want you guys to tell us what we should call you.
You're just jealous. You think you're fresher than her?
I don't think so. Maybe she don't move a lot. She don't talk as much. But she's so fresh. She's so fun to be around.
Anybody who gets that? Whoop,
yeah,
fam.
whoop, whoop.
Anybody who doesn't? Yeah, listen to some of this greatness.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to ask you guys to come up with a name for what we should call our fans. So go to the Facebook page, and if you're not a fan, go like the page, start watching our show, make us famous.
Yep, on YouTube, obviously you're already here, so it's the Gravestone Review.
There is a couple of birthdays coming up I want to mention. Of course, Samuel Stillborn, who's not me, by the way.
It's just purely speculation.
Purely speculation. His birthday's coming up February 4th. Jason Cook, who's a great man, genius. You know, I've met him a couple times. His birthday's coming up on February 4th.
He's a pretty good guy.
And as you know, Samuel Stillborn, like I said, is the leader of the Metal Meltdown and the Lunatics. One of his lunatics, Melissa Walsh, is going to have a birthday on September 2nd. So with that said, back to you, Scott.
There's one birthday he's forgetting, and that's his. The funny thing is that Kilgore here actually shares the birthday with Cook and Stillborn.
And George Romero and Alice Cooper.
And Alice Cooper, yes.
That's right, I'm the shit. Okay, I
so
just
that's
wanted to
what
put
that
that
smell
in.
is. Okay.
Yeah, I shat myself. Butt cheese.
Alright, guys, so as always, keep tuning in, and we'll keep doing this.
Yep, we finally reached 100 likes, which is badass.
Yeah, so we'll, as soon as scheduling allows it, our 100th like winner will actually be appearing on an episode with us.
And soon we'll start making money and we'll offer prizes.
Not wanting to get anyone's hopes up for anything, but there is a slight possibility that we will actually have a booth at this coming Scarefest.
Maybe.
It's a possibility. I just gotta get the money. Gotta get that cheddar coming in.
Cheddar. Woo!
Cheddar.
Okay, now, like we said, the movie got 3.5, and it was a pretty good movie for being a remake.
It's worth a watch, and if you like it well enough, it's definitely worth adding to the collection.
Yes. So with that being said, there's nothing more that we can say, but
if you can breathe, and if you can scream,
you're still alive.